Hello guys, this is Warrior69501. Welcome. The comic book that I'm gonna display on this video, sorry about the mess. It was published back in 1993 and the writer is Neil Gaiman and the artist Chris Bachalo. And it's called, the name of the comic book is Death, the High Cost of Living. Death is a character that is part of the Sandman story, supposed to be Sandman's sister or something like that. I think Death, the English something. Although I don't read Sandman, so I have no idea. But I know it's kind of related to Sandman. And the cover that I'm gonna show you, the first miniseries was published back in 1993. Here's issue number 1. Here's number 2 and number 3. And the cover that I'm gonna display is this one here, because it's kind of creepy. Issue number 1. There. Okay. So, on this video I'm going to be talking the second part of the continuation of Kingdom Come. In my previous video I talked about Kingdom Come, and I also mentioned the issue GOG, issue number 1, which happens to be a one-shot that was published after this one. So practically that issue kind of tells you where the main villain, which was born here on this storyline, end up turning into God. Yep, the guy over here. That's what GOG issue number 1 is about, which I don't have. So I'm going to be talking about Kingdom. So Kingdom, here's part 1 and the one-shot issues that the whole storyline has. Excuse me. And the last chapter, chapter 2. So what Kingdom does is that it's like it will fill some of the questions that you have, because when you read Kingdom Come, there's a lot of gaps left open without answers, like the Kansas disaster. Why? Doesn't tell you the story. Yeah, it tells you there was an accident, but what kind of accident? What was it? So that story doesn't tell you. Excuse me. Also, the story doesn't tell you about Lois Lane. Why Lois Lane died. It tells you in Kingdom Come, but it doesn't tell you why or how. Here we tell you how and why. So it's kind of like a filler to fill out some gaps on this story. So in Kingdom Come issue number 1, the story is all about that God, he goes back in time to start killing. He went back in time, way back in time, to kill the first Superman and work his way from way back to the present. So instead to kill the one now, going from now to the future, he goes, instead to start from the present to the past, he will start from the past to the present, killing all Superman that he will get in the timeline. That's why there's a lot of dead Superman on the cover, as you can see here. Now this issue was written by Mark Waid and the artist Ariel Olivetti. So I'm going to show you a little bit of art here, some of the pages on the inside. You can see this is when the last Superman who died meets the other spirits of other dead Superman from other time, from other timelines. And they start telling the Superman the story about God, where he come from, why he's doing what he's doing, why he hates Superman so much, where he got the power, who gave him the power, what's the reason that they give him the power that he has to do what he's doing, and all that. So on this issue tells you the story about him and where God comes from. We also show you how in here they show you that he kills two different Supermen in two different timelines and how he killed them. And believe me, Superman here, he has slow death. Oh yeah. So every time that he kills a Superman, he carves the Superman symbol on the ground, like a conqueror when defeats the enemy and take over the land. They put like a flag, or in this case, using his staff, he carves the Superman insignia on the ground. A symbol saying, well, he's dead now, I carved this symbol here, so all this is mine. Superman gets to meet Deadman here, all the spirit from the past Superman from different timeline. Also it tells you the story of about the kid that he saved on this story. It tells you the story about the kid that Superman saved on this story. Now the kid that he saved on this story is, his name or last name is William, and that kid is the sole survivor or the only survivor of the Kansas explosion, because something happened in Kansas. There was a giant nuclear explosion, so it kind of wiped out all Kansas and part of some other states around of Kansas. So it tells you the story about William, how he used, why from from worshipping Superman, that he actually opened like a temple. From worship Superman, how he ended up hating Superman so much that he go through time to kill every single Superman on every single timeline or different timeline. You get to find out here. You get to see the four guys that give him the power to William to become God. Now those four guys is Shazam, Gante, Zeus, and High Father. Now there's a fifth one here, always in the shadow, which you will find out on the end who's that guy. And believe me, the story I really like the end of this whole saga. because it was good. I really liked it. So back to the story, and then we get to see this guy named last name Hunter. I think he's right Hunter. Let me see. His name is it is here. Rip Hunter. Yep, that's it. Rip Hunter. That is part of the leader man that is trying to save the timeline. And you get to see here when one of the timelines God shows up, and he sees that when God shows up, he shows up in the exact moment when Clark White was giving birth to a son from Superman. So you get to see Superman becoming a father. I am not going to tell you who's the wife, although I'm not going to say it. I don't want to spoil it. And God take the kidnap newborn baby of Superman and his wife. That's it. I'm sorry, I just don't want to spoil it. And we also get to see when all the superheroes gather, and you can see here, show up all the superheroes in a very old age. So this Hunter, Ray Hunter, so at the end of the story, it shows you an explosion in Kansas. That's it. It ends with an explosion of Kansas. So this guy named Ray, I think his name is Ray, forgot the name again. Ray, why I keep saying Ray? Rip Hunter. He goes around in search of allies to help him stop God from destroying the time stream. So these issues here, like the Kid Flash, all these four here, or there are five, but I will tell you what this is about. But the main four are this one. So what it is, that tells you the story of some specific superhero that wants to help to stop God, because everybody knows about what's going to happen, what is happening with the timeline, so they want to help. And this is Kid Flash. This Kid Flash is the daughter of West. I think it's called Wally West. And this issue was written, like I said, by Mark Waid. The artist is Mark Pajarillo. And Walden Wong. I'm not kidding. His last name is Pajarillo. Pajarello. Pajarillo. It's Spanish. I don't know. Maybe in English it's pronounced Pajarillo. I don't know. Well, anyway, his last name is Pajarillo. So this is the daughter of West, Wally West, and tells you the story how she grew up and the things that she went through, her doubts and all that stuff, how she confronted her father, and how she eventually decided to help Rip Hunter to save the timeline. This one here is the Son of the Bat. This is the story of, he has such a strange name on this story. And this is the this is the son of Batman and the daughter of Ra's al Ghul. Here, well, here he's not a superhero, but he's not either a bad guy, because right here on this story he's right in between. He doesn't know where to go, whether he should be a good guy or a bad guy, because he has a lot of things from his father, Batman, and a lot of things from his grandfather, Ra's al Ghul. So he's into that. He doesn't know where to go, which eventually he make up his mind where he should go, which eventually he decides to be a good guy. Now here we got Nightstar. This is the daughter of Nightwing and Shatterstar. And the funny thing is that Nightstar is in love with the Son of the Bat. But Nightwing is unhappy to have his daughter dating the Son of the Bat. So there's a little bit of conflict here between her and her father, because her parents, they divorced. And this is the relationship between father and daughter, her love or her life, which happens to be this one here, the son of, which is not Damien. He has such a weird, he has a strange name. So this is being written by Mark Waid. The art is by Matt Haley and Tom Simmons. And the Son of the Bat, which I forgot to mention, is by Mark Waid, Brian Apthorpe, and Mark Farmer. This is a very good story. And this one, off screen, is the son of Plastic Man. This is the story where he's trying to, because everybody looks at him as a joke. Nobody takes him seriously. And nobody takes seriously his father either. Because the way that he acts, he doesn't act like a superhero. He acts more like a clown. So, and this is a good story. Now all these four superheroes eventually join up with Hunter. They end up joining him to defeat God. So the last issue, which is Planet Krypton, this is the story where a waitress named Sarah, she has the power to see dead people. And this is where actually Planet Krypton is a restaurant, which is the one that was opened by Booster Gold. And over here we get to see all the superheroes gather on this restaurant. including these four. So they all decide from here to go and help all the Supermen fight God, because there's a point where, as I'm going to show you here, that you can see 2 Superman, 2 Batman, and 2 Wonder Woman. Well, those are the superheroes from 2 different timelines, which they managed to be on the same place at the same time. The magic of comic books. They kind of see each other's self in a different era and different age. So here you get to see what happened in Kansas, what God is trying to do, who was responsible for the explosion of Kansas, how the present Superman meets himself, meet another Superman of himself from another timeline, and they start to learn from each other, like I'm going to show you here. And basically the whole issue goes into a combat. It's just fight, fight, fight. Look at that. Basically the whole issue goes fight, fight, fight. Once that they defeat God, it tells you how they finally defeat him, and through all that, Superman's son, he disappeared because he was kidnapped by God. So here, that 5th person that I show you, like on the shadow, which is always on the shadow, he's the one who brings the baby back to their parents, which happens to be Superman, and I'm not going to tell you who's the mother, back, and they give him to Superman. So once that they start talking, it tells you who that man of the shadow really are. You will know. And the end of this story, it was simple and good. I really like the end of the story of this saga. So guys, if you get your hands on this, on the Kingdom, before you read this one, you got to read this one, because this one is a continuation of Kingdom Come. So the Kingdom, actually, Kingdom Come and the Kingdom, for me, it has been a reading visual adventure, because I really enjoyed those 2 arts. I really did, or I did. They were really, really good stories. Well guys, I hope that you like the video. I hope that some of you, you ever read it, or sometime in the future you get a chance to read it, or some of you that already read it, I would like to know your opinions about it, if you like it or not, because like I said, for me, it was good. And this one was published in 1999. Yep, 1999, and this was published in 1996. Well guys, this is it. I hope that you like the video, and let's see, I had to ask something else. No, I don't think so. So I hope that you like the video. Till next time, bye.